Hey guys, this is Annika with Ask Annika, and I like to support a healthy way to reach your goals. Today I want to start up a conversation about startup expenses. Realistically, startup expenses. I know a lot of people who think that they need to have a ton of money to start up a company, and the truth of the matter is you just don't need that much money to start a company. But that doesn't mean you're going to have not a lot of money and your company's just going to be booming off the bat. You have to think realistically here. So what I mean by that is you don't need thousands. You don't even really need, the most you need is $500,000 to start up your company. Because to start up a company, you should do at least 1 or 2 trial runs with your product, with your line, with your message, with your service, whatever that is. So when you're first getting into it, you might hear some people say to you, you need startup cash, you need funding, you need investors, you need this, that, whatever. And I'm gonna tell you, you just don't, unless you're trying to do something where you need a larger piece of equipment to start the company. And even then, I'd argue that you could actually start the company without that. And a lot of times people don't want to do the work to get to what they want. And so hypothetically, let's say you want to start up a construction company and you need certain things for equipment. Well, if you want to start up a construction company, that means that you have a certain skill set that other people don't, that you're selling. So to start up that company, let's say you want to own it. You don't want to work for another company. I'm not going to tell you to go work for another company because you've probably already done that if you have the skill set. What I'm going to say is look into renting the equipment. How much is that? Look into what did other companies do when they started up? Ask other companies in your area that have done what you're wanting to do. What did you do when you were trying to start up? How did you get to where you're wanting to go? You'd be surprised in how open people are in telling you this information. Also, another thing that I learned is put out there, if you know you can rent certain equipment and you know what jobs you can do renting that equipment, put out there that you will do that work. Put the price and say you need half down payment. Rent the equipment with the part of that down payment, do the job, and then receive the rest of the payment after the job is done. That's another way. You can do this with nearly anything. I looked into it. You can rent trucks, you can rent the equipment for a concrete laying, you can rent equipment for lifting things, you can rent equipment needed for digital marketing, you can rent equipment for camcording, you can rent the equipment for nearly anything. So if you have the skill set to do it, put the job out there. But before you put the job out there, make sure you have the company that you can rent the equipment from. Contact them and make sure that you can rent it from them without needing something that you don't have, like maybe a license for something or whatnot. Make sure you can rent the equipment first, and then put out there on Facebook Marketplace, on the Facebook service areas, Craigslist. You could even make little flyers and put it out there, the service you're offering, the price, and how much the down payment is. So once someone does log into your service, they put the down payment. With that down payment, you rent the equipment. After the job is done, you then receive the other half of the payment, go return the equipment, boom. You do that 10 times. Now you can possibly buy the equipment you're needing. I'm not sure exactly how much it is, but that is one way to get around that. You can literally have your own company from doing just that. So there are so many ways around not having to spend thousands and thousands, not having to actually have all the things you think you need to have for starting a company. If you need employees, you can have them work on commission. You can have them work on first service pay. There's so many ways around how to start up your own company before you're ready. And that's a big thing too. I try to get myself to do is make the move before I'm ready to make the move. Like, take action before I know exactly what's all gonna happen, because truthfully, I'm never gonna really know what's all gonna happen. In fact, whatever I think is gonna happen probably won't happen. And all I can do is respond accordingly to get to where I want to get to in the next few steps. And this is just something I want you guys to know. Like, if you're wanting to do a clothing line or a hair product line or a shoe line, you can order and get the first 5 pieces or first few sets made to you as a sample order. You can use it. You can have your family use it, your close friends use it, so you can start to get an idea of what you're actually creating, if you even like the product that you've created, and if you want to tweak it or move forward with it. And from there, you can have people give you feedback as to what they would change or what they would like. And then from there, you can do it again and order another sample and see if you like what you've changed. And then until you've gotten it to the point where you know you like it, then order your first small bulk. But you don't have to go all out. That's something I learned that, like, you shouldn't do, especially when you haven't done it. Like, what I mean is, if you haven't established exactly what you want and seen the product or seen the item, it's not a good idea to just order a bunch of them. Unless it's just like a promo shirt, then sure, because you're not like selling the promo shirt. You might sell the promo shirt, but it's not you're not selling it as in like a clothing line. It's a shirt promoting a company, which is cool. But yeah, so that's what I would do. I just want people out there to know you don't really need like a ton of money to start making moves in something you want to start out. Have fun with it, and maybe ask someone for that they'll fund it for you for your birthday or for a holiday or whatnot, because ultimately you can literally start up a company with like a few $100s, and you don't have to start your LLC right away, but you can if you want to. But if you just want to start an LLC just to say you own an LLC, then do it. But there's really no point to doing it right away. Develop what you want to actually have first, I would say, and then look into getting your LLC after you've gotten your stuff and you know what you want to move forward with. And have fun with it and share it and let me know what you're gonna do. And if this helped anyone out there to start making moves in the direction of doing their startup, I'm super happy about that, because I made a ton of mistakes when I first started getting into creating things. I guess I shouldn't say I wasted a ton of money, but I spent a lot of money doing things that I just didn't know what I was doing. And I'm happy I did it because I can share with other people what works more effectively. If you want to just spend a few $1,000s on something and not really know what you're doing, and then be upset about it because you got all this product now and it's not exactly what you wanted, but you didn't actually take the time to just let it grow and develop, go ahead and do it. I've done it before. I learned from it, because I will not ever do that again. But if you don't want to do that, you don't have to. So yeah, have an awesome day. Have an awesome night. This is Annika at Ask Annika, and I hope this helped anyone out there. If it did, hit like, hit subscribe. I love to share about how to get to your goals in a healthy way. And I'm a huge believer in energy and what you do and who you connect with. So you're watching this for a reason. Take action. Have an awesome day.